Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yoki Man here and welcome back to another episode of this FC Barcelona save here on PES 2021 update. In today's episode we are going to hopefully sell Luis Suarez. I'm going to list a few other players as well that I forgot to do last time. We will play against Atletico Madrid. We'll probably play 2 games and then I'll sim a few as well and we'll just see how we get on. I think with the simulation for now I'm going to do the sim and then I'm just going to bring you guys the result. If you have any ideas that you want us to do it in a different manner, absolutely cool. Willing to try out different stuff, but for now I think that's how I'm going to sim it. Right guys, so this is going to be the squad for today's game. Obviously with Suarez going, I'm not going to play him. I'm also not going to play Nelson Semedo because he's leaving as well. So leading the line is Griezmann with Dembele on the left and Messi on the right. I think, to be honest with you, for the majority of the season, that will probably work for us. I think that'll be a good partnership. Decent midfield. Wijnaldum is in today. Obviously Vidal is going as well, so I'm not going to use him until we manage to get rid of him. I still think we need another central midfielder, maybe a younger one for the future. We may have to shop around for him, and we probably still need a good starting right back in, I believe, Denzel Dumfries, because Max Aarons is one for the future, in my opinion. Denzel Dumfries could come in and cover that position. But I'm quite happy with the team so far. I'm going to give Max Aarons his debut today in this game. We're coming up against Atletico Madrid, and they are playing Kieran Trippier in right midfield. So, I mean, that's usual. That's common. They did sign Icardi, however, though, and the two up top, Morata and Icardi, they could cause us some issues in this one. Well, here we go. First game of today's episode, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be tough in this Barcelona one, only playing against the bigger teams usually, I imagine. I don't know how many to sim an episode and how many to play an episode. This is experimental. This Barcelona style is going to be fairly experimental. I just want to move the series on a little bit quicker. Obviously, with the Spurs one, it's going to take us quite a few episodes to get to the stage of, end of season and so on and so forth. I want these to be several seasons, and I think this method of simming a few games kind of pushes it forward a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know viewership-wise whether people like the idea of us simming a few. I mean, the sims so far, I don't know. It seems a little bit different. Obviously, on, say, FIFA, I'd just sim from the calendar. Are we going to concede straight away here? We are 1-0 down already. Wow. Wow, they cut us wide open. Now, I know we don't have a good defense. But they cut us wide open there. Maybe a new centre-back is in order. That was horrendous. 2 up top is always a problem. I find that a problem on this game. When teams play 2 up top against me, I absolutely struggle. I really do. And they just cut us apart. Look, easy. Easy. Well, 1-0 Atletico Madrid, and definitely can tell you that's not the way we desire to start this game. Now, maybe with a little bit of possession, we can get ourselves back into this. I'm going to find Max Aarons here, who is an absolute speed demon. I'm going to drive that across, and we do get a corner from it. So I'll take that. That's a step in the right direction for us. I'm going to whip a corner in now with Messi. We don't have the world's tallest players, so it's not going to be easy for us to get on to the end of it. And as expected, we didn't get on the end of it, but I want Jordi Alba to get to that ahead of Morata, and he doesn't, although he does do superbly to win it back. And I see a great run from Dembele, and great defensive play there. I don't know who it was, but that was much needed and well done there for Atletico Madrid. And this is where they'll become dangerous, when they can break us down a little bit. But we managed to get on the ball. Also, with these highlights, I think we might do like more extended highlights when we do the big games with Barcelona. Don't know how extended. Again, very much experimental right now. I do find Griezmann in a dangerous position, but he takes just a massively heavy touch, and it's no good for us. But the signs of us going forward so far are looking quite promising. Very uncompromising position now as Saul has been broken free, and they'll make it 2-0, and it's taken 2 counter-attacks for us to concede these 2 goals. And this is not looking likely to be a good performance here for us, for Barcelona. I'm a little bit rusty, not used them in a few days, but it's no excuse really for the performance. We've been, we've been caught out twice now, quite easily. Let's be honest, quite easily. Look at this, just easy football. I had no answer for it. We lost the ball in midfield, and then that was it. It was game over at that point. As soon as we lost the ball in midfield, game over. We might need to rethink this formation. Oh, they've managed to find Morata again. They've just cut through us instantly. It is 1 ball, and it's going to be... It's not. It should be 3-0. They've had 3 breakthroughs when we've lost the ball ridiculously, and they've been in all 3 times. I don't know what Lenley and Untiti are doing. I have no idea. but we're being absolutely carved open here, and they're doing nothing to change that. Going forward, we haven't really offered that much, but to be honest with you, we get caught up the field far too easily here. I've even been playing on balance for the majority of this game, and we just get caught. We just get completely caught out. What can we do here? Messi's going to drive the ball in, but nothing from it. We've got no end product here as well, which is really worrying for me. I'm not going to lie. And it's becoming a bit dangerous this now for us. This could be a cricket score if it carries on the way it's going. I'll find Max Aarons there. What can he do with it? I'm going to bring it back to Messi. And I want to try and get Messi in a dangerous position, but it's not proving easy for me to do. I'll whip that back to Jordi Alba now. And again, we're just being bombarded here. And we have got a few men over here on this side. What can Messi do? He's good at whipping a ball in. No, he's not, because we don't get the ball in. And Timo Lamar will be able to pick that up. And this is where we're instantly nervous. Oh, not when Pjanic does that. He's going to bring it across and he can't, but Messi will pick it up. And Hermoso does brilliantly there. And we might get a throw-in out of this. But this is going horrendously badly. This is going, like, really badly. We need to pretty much win the majority of games, I imagine, to get anywhere in this league. Because Real Madrid aren't going to lose many, are they? And is Dembele onside? No, he's not. He's offside. So there we go. That is the sum total of what we've done so far. Been absolutely smashed on the counter. Griezmann now managing to win the ball back. Wijnaldum there to Dembele. He's going to find Griezmann. He's going to put that wide to Messi because they're just closing us down too easily again in this situation. And I'm going to try and lift the ball up and over. Messi won't get to it. And I honestly cannot tell you how terribly we have played in this first half. I really can't. I recorded Tottenham earlier this morning. And again, we were absolutely god-awful in that in terms of the game. I don't know what's happened overnight. Has there been a patch? Has the gameplay changed a little bit? We've dominated possession, but I can't break them down. I can't break them down. Messi's playing really deep. I'm going to completely change the game plan here. Right, guys, halftime adjustments. Welcome to our new formation. We're kind of matching them up a little bit, although having deeper central midfielders. And I don't know. I'm just going to try some different stuff because I tell you what, whatever we were doing in that first half, it wasn't working. I've changed some instructions. The instruction set actually was really bad. I should have looked at that before. I used the default and it worked fairly well against Valencia. But I looked at the default now and the passing range was really long. It was right down to the bottom, so players aren't coming close to you to be able to move the pass, and that's maybe why we're misplacing so many balls. Well, tactical changes have been made. Rafinha is on. God, let's just see if this is a little bit different now for us. It's got to be, hasn't it? It can't be as bad as it was. And instantly, I'm going to set through Max Aarons here, who sees Messi, and I just can't get the ball to him. Unlucky there. But defensively is where I want to see if we're going to be a little bit better. And going forward, if we've just got some better options there, I don't know what they're doing there. Very strange there on the line. But yeah, let's just hope for a better second half. Let's go out and win the second half. Titi and Lenley have had, well, they've not had great performances so far. So let's see what we can do in this one. Messi already is not going to find Griezmann, but I just want to see if we can move the ball around a little bit better, create some better opportunities, because in that first one, we created diddly squat. We absolutely created nothing, and defensively, I felt like they were going to score every time they came forward. Messi to Griezmann. We've got players coming over now. Dembele. I see a runner. I can't find a runner, but Dembele will get it back. I'll try and put it in there for Griezmann. He will try and knock it back to Messi. Oh, it's unlucky. Just one touch from the defender there, stopping us from that attack. This is better this second half, though, I must admit. Dembele again finding space down the wide. Thomas Partey, though, to close him down this time. And that's a terrible pass from him, unfortunately. And Antoine Griezmann, to make it worse, actually passes the ball to Mario Icardi. Although we are winning the ball back now a lot more. We're putting him under way more pressure. And I'm finding gaps. I'm finding spaces now in behind, which is a bit nicer. Because beforehand, that wasn't really a scenario that was going on. Now we're tending to find that a little bit more as Lenley wins the ball back there in a dangerous position. Messi drops off again, which is really weird. I see Rafinha making a run, though. Oh, we'll try and dink it through, but I can't. I've overhit that, and Hermoso will just let it run out. Oh, is that a corner? We're going to make a couple of subs as well, but yes, it was a corner. Let's whip it in and just see what happens at this stage. It's not looking great. Rafinha! If he scores that, we're right back in it, but he doesn't. He puts it wide. Oh, this is a frustrating game for us, but the second half, I must admit, far better. Far better. They've not had many opportunities. It's been all us, really. Rafinha gets in a dangerous position. Max Aarons now finds Gini Wijnaldum. who tries to find Messi. He does in the end, and Messi's tackled by Hermoso. He's done really well today as Hermoso, but Messi's going to get the second opportunity. Messi! Oh my God, Messi has put it wide. That is this game today, really, isn't it? That is this match. The perfect opportunity. Oh, and he's put it wide. He's just curled it past the post instead of inside it. Oh, Trippier. He's open. Icardi. What a save from ter Stegen. What a save, and boy, was it needed. I see Busquets now making a bit of a run. Braithwaite, can he find Ousmane Dembele? He can, but Ousmane's absolutely knackered. So I'm going to try and pull this across to Braithwaite, and I can't. It's a terrible pass from Dembele. And I think that'll be the game for us, unfortunately, guys. A better second half. We've learnt one lesson, that we need to swap the formation, and we need to swap how we're playing the formation as well. Still some terrible passing, which has been really weird. I've noticed that recently creeping in. Like, some of the common passes you'd expect to just be a comfortable, easy pass to make, for some strange reason, isn't finding the player that you're passing the ball to. And I'm finding that infuriating. I don't even know why we're taking this. We're already over the minute, and this is a pointless free kick. So I don't know why we're taking that. And it'll go all over the shop. Then Bele will finally head it. And I imagine, there you go. When we're on the counter, they'll blow up the whistle. Game number 1 of the episode. Not one to remember. Not one to remember. Note to self, when you join a new team, change the tactics a bit. Well, that won't be one that we remember fondly. I'm going to go now. I'm going to fiddle with the tactic. Although I did quite like that tactic when we started to use it. So we might just use that again. But yeah, I mean, the high line was screwing us. The players not being close to each other was screwing us. And yeah, I've learned a valuable lesson there on PES about the tactics. Well, we've been waiting for it, but now it's time for Luis Suarez to leave to give us room in the budget to make transfers now, because we are coming extremely close now to the end of the window, and I need that wage budget back. So we can now instantly bring in Denzel Dumfries. There's been an offer for Jordi Alba from PSG. It's not good enough for me. We are actually just going to outright end that negotiation. Jordi Alba is going absolutely nowhere. So Suarez will be leaving the club, and that is it at the moment. I believe, hopefully the offer's still there. We can now sign Denzel Dumfries. That's another right back on the books for us. Now, for me, we need that key extra forward player. Is that player Memphis Depay? I think it is, because you can play across the wings as well. So we're going to look at that now. Well, at this stage in the day, we need to go all out. We haven't got long left, and we're going to bring in Depay. And then at that point, that's it. We're going to be done for the transfers, and we're going to start thinking and looking towards January. And then we're going to try and push and get through this first half of the season as quick as possible, because we still don't have tons of salary after this deal is done, which is a bit of a shame. But I think that's probably the best way to go about it. I'm going to stick with Umtiti and Lenglet for now. So as you can see, this is the support range we had to start with. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful, and it was causing me all kinds of problems. So we're going to bring it up to about halfway. We were containing people wide as well. I'm going to look to contain them in the centre now instead and win the ball back in the centre and counter that way. And I'm going to bring the defensive line down a little bit so that Umtiti and Lenglet just aren't constantly being caught out. Also, we're going to play tiki-taka with attacking fullbacks and gegenpress to look to win the ball back high. Don't know how that's going to work. I'm trying some new stuff out, and that's great for this save. And if it does work, we might then impart it a little bit onto the Spurs one, look at different stuff. But we just need to get this team playing better. I really struggled in that last game. Right, guys, so we have actually managed to sign Memphis Depay. I think that's a huge signing for us, to be honest with you, because the transfer window will close in 12 hours. This takes 2 hours to do, so this is massive for us. It does take a little bit of a dent in the budget, but it still leaves us 112 on the salary and 75 on the transfer budget. Gives us an opportunity to look around, shop around for, I think, younger players to come through this system and to come through the Barca system and work it that way now. I think so it's good having established players, but we can't use that mindset. We're just going to spend tons on 1 or 2 players. I want to start bringing people through that are young and are going to improve massively in the future. Right, so now we've just received an offer for ter Stegen, which is exactly someone I definitely don't want to sell. We'll end that instantly. And so far, it's not looking good for us because we haven't received any offers for the players we've actually got listed. Obviously, Depay now has joined the club, which is fantastic news for us. But still no offers there for people like Vidal and Nelson Semedo. No one seems to want them. And my problem is do we use them if no one signs them? Or do we stick with the idea if we just don't use them until they're sold? Because really, if these deals that have been done, I'd have transferred them out of the club manually. So finally, we received an offer for Vidal. I'm not even going to negotiate it. I'm just going to accept it instantly. Absolutely fine. Takes up 2 hours, though. So all we need now is a good offer to come in for Nelson Semedo. Also gives us quite a little bit extra on the salary budget. So January, we will actually do some okay business as long as we can. So luckily for us, in the dying hours, Lazio have come in for Nelson Semedo. Unfortunately, I would usually negotiate this and try and get more, but we can't at this stage. There is no room for negotiation. There's only like 4 hours left, and this is going to take 2 hours anyway. So we're going to just have to sell him for that. Also, we've had an offer for Griezmann. Juve again coming in with a decent offer, don't get me wrong, but there's no way Griezmann's going anywhere. He's on the thumbnail for a reason, but let's accept the terms for Nelson Semedo. It will skip up 2 hours. Sorry, we had 5 hours left, and that will leave the budget looking pretty tidy now in the next window. Done and dusted, transfer window complete. So now it's time to go and simulate a few games, I think. Well, this is some crazy news, actually, because we haven't renewed Messi's contract yet, which we are going to do. We are going to renew his contract. PSG have come in with 123 million for him. Imagine that. We're not going to sell him. The whole point of this for me is that we're going to keep Messi and rebuild the team to be good enough for Messi. But you know what I mean? That is unbelievable, isn't it? Although his salary here is going to be absolutely extortionate. I'm going to give him some... But he's satisfied with our club, so negotiations should go through smoothly. I can actually offer him lower then. Really? Can I offer him a bigger release clause? I can offer him that because he's satisfied at the club. Let's do that. Let's see if that actually goes through. That's interesting to see. Right, so what we're going to do, guys, in order for simulation is I'm going to try the skip match simulation because I've done a few tests and it takes roughly, let's say, 10 minutes to 12 minutes to do the sim in the coach mode. Now, I don't mind doing that off camera. It is what it is. But if it's just the end result we're looking for and I'm not actually showing the sim, I don't know if it's worthwhile even doing that and wasting extra time. So we're going to do the skip match. But if we get some funky results, I'll stop doing it that way because I can actually implement change when we do it in coach mode. So I'm going to skip match here and we'll see what result we get against Rangers. Obviously, if we lose, I ain't going to do that again. And the result is 3-1. So maybe that is how we will sim games in this one, because I want to move it on as quick as possible and start building a superstar team here. And we do get our first win in the group stage. Obviously, we will probably play the Chelsea game and maybe even the Marseille game. I don't know yet. I get too eager. I want to play all the games and I get too eager. We're going to go out now and sim this game against Celta Vigo as well. My only thing is on a skip match is I don't know how it works. I don't know how the skip works in terms of who it plays. Now, let's see if Messi has agreed negotiation. I'm going to end the negotiation for his transfer, and then we don't have anything yet for his contract. That's absolutely fine. But we're going to end that transfer negotiation. He's not going to PSG, he's staying here. So we just skipped the match against Celta Vigo, and we won 1-0. Actually, what I'm going to go and do now is I'm going to go and have a look at the team and see who played in those games and see if it spreads the games around or I need to change the game plan before the game. I'm really not sure how this way of simulation works. All right, so it's taken me a little while to find this, but I have found it. And I'm going to see what it tells me at this stage. We haven't played that many games, but at this stage, it tells me that they haven't used Memphis Depay once. So I am under the impression that if I don't simulate the games, it always plays the exact same team unless I change the actual starting lineup. In fact, I think it's been playing like Pjanic and stuff at wing. So I'm not sure if there's a different way for us to do it. Although I could just change the game plan at the start every time. Because I genuinely think that it's picking, like, say if I do this, right? I'll do this and we'll sim 2 games. And I bet Depay has 2 games. He never gets pulled out of that. So I think we'll have to change the game plan before every simulation. But I'm kind of okay with doing that. So I've just simmed the Granada game, beat them 3-1. I am going to select the team now every time. I'm just going to double check now that the selection I picked worked. But I think that's how we're going to do it from now on. And that's cool with me. Yeah, so that's how it works. If we change it, I played Alex Collado in the last game to see if he'd have now 1 appearance, and he does. So that's really good. That's a good way for us to be able to look at it. Messi's killing it this season so far as well with 9 goals already. And this information screen is actually pretty decent. So I've just simmed the Leganas game and we actually drew 2-2. That is a terrible result for us. I'm going to keep with the simulation for now. We're on 10 points, 3 points off of the top, and see how it goes on. We can find and determine at some stage that we don't like the simulation, but I think for me, this is definitely a learning process in this series. Let me know what you guys think about the simulation as well, if you think it's good when you just skip matches, if you feel like you get a realistic result. I'm not sure that one felt too realistic, but I'll take it 2-2. A little bit frustrating against Leganas because obviously they're not a very good side. We did rotate a little bit with Chelsea coming up now, but that's their first point of the season against us. Just received an offer for Inaki Penna, and I'm actually going to sell him. We've got Neto as well, so I'm just going to accept those terms for Getafe. That will be another player out, some more money in the team. But Messi hasn't come back with a contract yet. Right, guys, this is going to be the squad for the game against Chelsea. They're lining up pretty strong today. We're going to have to play Trincao because the rest of the players at right wing are not up for today's game. Depay is going to play on the left. Let's see how we get on with this team. Let's see, check out the performance. Hopefully it's a good one and I can have a decent game. I haven't actually won a game on PES today, so I would love for this to be the one against Chelsea in the Champions League. Give us 6 points in the Champions League. That's the main focus of the series, although we definitely need to pick up the league form. Well, here we go, guys. A massive game here at the Camp Nou. Barcelona against Chelsea. I still remember the famous game when Torres went through and sent Chelsea through. Let's hopefully have a decent performance today. It can't be any worse than the Atletico Madrid one. And I'm still in two minds about the simulation. You're going to hear me say that a lot in episodes. I am the type of player that likes to play every game. But I also am one for progressing the save as well and understanding that every single game may be a little bit boring for people. Let's get into this one. Let's see what we can do. I just want a better performance than what we had last time, a better defensive performance. We've got some new players. I quite like this team. We've got a good team, a good unit. Let's see what we can do in this one today. I need decent performances. I'm already thinking of players that potentially we can look at in the next window because I'm not really happy with the squad I have this time round. And Sergio Roberto here early doors. He's getting in a good position. And Griezmann nearly gets himself onto that. If he had, that would have been unbelievable. What a fantastic start that would have been. I'm already feeling more confident with this formation. I know that for sure. I can see Messi there. He's in a dangerous position. Kante gets close to him instantly. He can't give Depay that kind of room, but Kante doesn't. Great defensive work so far from him. We need to watch out for the likes of Tammy Abraham, Pulisic, and such others in this game today. They're going to be difficult. William, a player at some stage, wanted by Barcelona. He's going to come up against us today. I've got the ball here with Sergio Roberto. I see Messi making a darting run. You don't want Messi in this position, I tell you that now. Oh, Rudiger. Well done, Rudiger. Who knew he had it in him? Well, the Barcelona pressure so far has definitely been telling, and I'm enjoying it, and that's a decent ball into Griezmann. Oh, he just couldn't get to it. But the pressure here that we are putting them under is top-notch, and they do not like this. I could tell already that they are not a fan of what's going on in this game right now because we are causing them all kinds of problems with this gegenpress. I did try to find Messi there. Again, manual passing is something I need to be working on. It's not started yet. Griezmann! Oh, it should have been 1-0 Barcelona. But this is more the kind of performance I was expecting in the first game. And it does, honestly, it goes to show you, when you are playing PES, you can't just pick up and play. You need to change your tactics. You need to change how your team plays, or else you're going to be in for a rough old ride. And that's exactly how it felt against Atletico Madrid. It just felt like I couldn't get anything going. Like, we were just useless. And in this one, it hasn't felt like that before. Kurt Zouma does get there in the end. But I know Messi here is on the edge of the box. And I do try and do a bit of skill. It doesn't work out, but Tammy Abraham is going to run at us here, but he is all on his own, you've got to remember, and they've given the ball away there. If Messi can get to it, this is dangerous. Marcus Alonso is going to try and pick Messi up. He's not going to get to him, I tell you that. Sergio Roberto now. Griezmann is causing problems in there already. They don't like him up there. Trincao. Dangerous position for Trincao. Gini Wijnaldum with the shot. It's it off Messi. Not great news, but this is a great start from us if we can stop this ball to Tammy Abraham. And maybe we can, maybe we can't. Well played by Tammy Abraham. I got there in the end. I'm way too excited as we give the ball away again. That was great defensive work there for a moment. Gerard Piqué. Oh, I'm so excited for this game, boys. I'm so excited for this game, but we need to have a decent performance. It's been back and forth so far, but it's been mainly us. It has been mainly us. Samuel and Titi there in a good forward position. Memphis Depay is drifting central, and I really like that about him. He can drop in at stages. If he gets a shot off, he's going to be dangerous. He's a decent passer of the ball as well. If he can find Messi there in a dangerous position, he does find Messi in a dangerous position, and we will sting the hands of Willie Caballero, and now we'll have a corner. Well, let's see if we could do anything from this corner. I'm going to whip the ball in with Messi. Let's see what kind of ball we could produce in there. Genie did go up for it, but nothing comes from it. I've got the ball now with Sergi Roberto, and I'm going to pass it to Tammy because that's exactly what I wanted. I need to learn some of the controls. I know that. That isn't the pass I tried to play. It really wasn't, and that seems to happen a lot. And it's extremely frustrating when it happens. Griezmann there needs to get to that. Great play by Griezmann. I do see runners. Oh, I just couldn't lift the ball up. Heavy touch from Titi. It's not where he's at his strongest, is it? Oh, William in a dangerous position. Well saved there by ter Stegen, and a corner now to Chelsea. They're starting to work their way into the game a little bit more now. Tammy holding the ball up and getting Pulisic and William on the ball, which is working very well for them at the moment. I need to be cautious here. They could do something dangerous from this corner. Alonso now tries to whip it in, and in the end, it's a dreadful ball. And Lionel Messi will get it. And we do give it to Griezmann in a great position, but he's not got many runners. Although I do spot someone there making a great run. Oh, it's Trincao. What can Trincao do now in this position? This would make him a Barca legend. Surely Rudiger just comes across and cuts it out. I don't think Trincao is quite at that level yet to cause too many issues in that position. I would have preferred to that had been Memphis or someone of that ilk. Unfortunately for us, it wasn't. Messi there finds Griezmann. Griezmann finds Trincao. No, he doesn't. And again, we're just not getting much luck so far. Messi tries to thread that ball through to Trincao, and they will now get the ball forward to Tammy. No, they won't. Lenley cuts it out again. We're doing well at stopping the counter for once. And although this has been, I don't know, still 0-0, I think we've been the better side. I think we've been the better side by quite a lot. Griezmann there, finding Trincao. Trincao will find Sergi Roberto, will he? He will find Sergi Roberto, but Sergi Roberto's got Rajanan Garland to deal with, and we'll win a throw-in. Genie from the throw-in. I'm going to get it to Depay here. And I can't get him in a good position. And that'll be half-time. Unfortunately for us, we haven't made anything really come off. But we have been the better side. We've caused a few problems. I'd like to get Griezmann on the ball a little bit more. But 0-0 at half-time. And this is a far better performance than that first game. We've made a couple of substitutes. They brought on Giroud. Let's see what they can do from this corner. Sergi will come short to try and catch out Jorginho, and he does. And what can we do? Oh, Sergi's got pace, man. Sergi has got the pace. Kante won't catch him either. I can spot a willing runner in Trincao. What a shot from Trincao, and what a moment for the young man. Oh, what a moment for this young man. Trincao scores, I believe, his first goal for us against Chelsea in the Champions League. Sergi Roberto, you weren't catching him. I spotted the run, and I just thought I'm going to hit it with him. Let's give him the opportunity. What a finish. What a moment for Trincao. Unbelievable stuff. And fully deserved from us. We've been the better side in this game, for sure. So we're going to bring off Griezmann now. I don't think he's been involved enough. I'm going to bring on Rafinha and stick Rafinha on the left and Depay up top. We know he can play there comfortably. So let's give him the opportunity. Griezmann just hasn't really been in the game. A few crosses into the box that he's unfortunately not been able to get to. So we're going to bring him off now. They've managed to get Aspie in behind here. Let's see what he can do. We've blocked him off. And we managed to clear the ball over the bar there. It's going to be another corner for Chelsea. They've had a few corners in this game. Need to be cautious now because they do have Olivier Giroud on the pitch. And we don't want him getting to the ball. And the guy that they aim for is Giroud, but he puts it wide. Praise the Lord that he put that wide. It's been a very good second half for us. Rafinha there is very nice on the ball. And Memphis Depay's got some pace on him, but Kurt Zouma will manage to get to that. Lucky for Kurt because Memphis Depay has got some legs on him. I'm telling you now, that man can run. So they got a little bit lucky there, but we did get lucky there. The ball bounced to us beautifully. Depay now, what can he do? It's just two on him instantly. We couldn't win the ball back. We are forcing Willie Caballero into making some interesting balls. Depay, oh, he nearly found Messi. That would have been extremely bad there for Chelsea. Junior, he's going to whip the ball across. Sergio Roberto is coming in. Messi's on the edge. Depay will win that, will he? Yes, he does win that, and Busquets will pick it up. Then we've got Rafinha, who's going to find Depay in a dangerous position, and it should realistically be 2-0. I do question that maybe Griezmann might have scored that, but this was great play, and Rafinha there just spots the run of Depay. It's a difficult position, actually, for him. He would have been better off, like, switching to the other side. Unfortunately for us, a difficult position. So hit the ball in now with Messi and see what we can do. I've not been successful yet from corners with this team, and Willy Caballero will punch it away. Junior Firpro there wins the ball back from William. And what can we do now? I'm going to push that forward to Depay. He's going to find Rafinha. He tries to find Depay. Oh, he spot a good run there for Rafinha. He's going to switch it across. Oh, we got so unlucky there. There's been so many opportunities here for two, and it's just not happened for us so far. I spot the run there of Trincao again. He's in a good position. Well in Rudiger, but Trincao nearly gets his second of the game against Chelsea. He's had a beautiful game. And the thing is with this formation is the players interchange so much. You don't know who's where. He's supposed to be on the left wing. Oh, this is beautiful football from us. Messi finds Rafinha. Again, dangerous Rafinha. Gets his shot off. We will end up receiving a corner. He's got tricky feet, you know. Rafinha's nice to dribble with. I knew in that tight position that he was going to be able to at least get something off, and he manages to. Good feet from him, but it gets deflected, unfortunately. Wasn't a fantastic shot. As we've got Junior Firpro here in a dangerous position. I do spot a runner. It's not going to land to him, unfortunately. It gets deflected. Olivier Giroud now against Lenley. What can Lenley do? He does win the ball back in a very dangerous position himself. Rafinha, if he'd have got to that, would have been really dangerous, but he doesn't. And luckily, that through ball is just easy peasy for Captain Gerard Piqué to deal with all day long. And that's been this game, to be honest with you guys. I found this relatively comfortable. Trincao now in a dangerous position. He does get tackled. Will that not be a free kick? Apparently not. And we nearly win the ball back. Time is ticking down, and hopefully this will finish 1-0 for us. They are going to make double substitutions here. Pedro and Loftus-Cheek coming on for them. Well, we've played a very Bielsa-esque style of football in this one. A high press, good attacking football. Pjanic does manage to get the ball away there, and we'll take that free kick very gladly. Yeah, we've played a very high pressing, attacking style of football, and all the players now are absolutely knackered. I will give it that. All the players are knackered. But we have played some beautiful football. I don't know how we haven't scored more. It's the only thing I'm going to pull away from this game, is that I don't know how we haven't put the ball in the back of the net another couple of times at least. With the kind of room in the end of the game that we got given, I am surprised. Trincao there, I tried to thread the ball through. Yeah, I'm really surprised. I don't know how it hasn't happened. We've caused them numerous amounts of problems, and we're still causing them problems now. They're not having a good time. Depay is knackered though. Look at him. He hasn't even got a bar left. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona, we get a win. We get a win. First win of the day. It's in the Champions League against Chelsea. What a fantastic time to get a win. And Trincao with the goal. What a great moment for him. It could have been more though, guys. It really could have been more. With that victory, that sees us top of the group with 6 points. Just behind us is Marseille with 2, and then Chelsea with 1, and Rangers with 1. So we are commanding a lead already in that group. And I did say to the board that we would win that group. Don't know how much of an impact that little interview thing has. I really don't know. But that is very good for us. And Trincao getting those goals was hugely important. Now, the biggest issue here is how often we sim games, how many games we sim, so on and so forth. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to sim the Eibar game, and then it will lead us nicely into the next episode. Right, guys, so I've just simmed the Eibar game, and it finished 1-1. So I'm really starting to question whether we should do simulation or not for some strange reason. We're not getting good results against teams we really should be getting good results against. Like, Eibar are just below us, but we really shouldn't be drawing against them, and already we're 5 points off Real Madrid at the top, and that is the big issue. They've won 5 and drawn 1. So, I don't know. Leave comments. I want to be able to sim games in this, but if the simulation is really bad in this game, then I just won't be able to. Or maybe I just always, no matter what, maybe the simulation doesn't matter about who's up for the game and who's not, and we will just always in the simulations play the best team. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. A bit of an indifferent start with the situation of the Sims. I'm not too sure about that. And of course, the absolute demolition that we had against Atletico Madrid. But I feel like we turned it around. We found a formation that I like. We've tweaked some stuff. I love how much it shows shows that you actually have to figure out and pick a decent formation in this game in order to be half decent. And I really like that element. But anyway, guys, make sure to leave your feedback. I just want to say thank you again for the support. I know this series isn't as well watched as Spurs, but I'm enjoying it regardless. I hope you guys are all staying safe in this tough time. I've been Yorkie Man. We are nearly at 300 subscribers. As I say this, we're a couple of subs off. If we've hit 300 by the time this goes up, then I can't believe it. It's fantastic. The growth in just over a week has been mind-blowing. Stay safe, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you in the next episode.